Hello everybody, this is your boy that needs no introduction. But before I get started in this video, comment, like, share, subscribe, notification bell on top, and please comment section below. Give me the thumbs up, because thumbs up what matters. And most importantly, I'd like to thank you guys for commenting and sharing my videos, and for also subscribing to my channel, because now I've gotten over 205 subscribers since my 200th video that I made. I thank you guys very much for subscribing to my channel, all the late subscribers and the recent subscribers and the older subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much for that. But now, let's get to the content. Is Howie RoseMan a Hall of Famer? Well, at this point in time, I think he is, because the fact is, he had done extraordinarily well since 2017. And if you can go back that far, but the last two drafts, this recent one and the one last year, he done extraordinarily well. But I'm gonna go back to 2017. If you remember, he drafted 2016. He drafted Carson Wentz 2016 season. Carson Wentz played well in 16, 17, 18, and 19. Those 4 years he played really well. The 2020 season, the year that Nick Sirianni became new head coach, he never materialized really well. And so he was traded 2021. Yeah, he was traded 2020. 2020 year he was traded. So you say 17, 18, 19. 2019 is when he regressed. And 20 the year he was traded. And 20 was also the year that 2021, 22. You know what? I'm right. 2016, 17, 18, 19. Those 4 years he did really well. He regressed 2019, and 2020 he regressed. After the year they drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round, and he still played with the team 2020. 2021, the year he was traded. And I want to get that correct. He was traded after the 2021 season. After the 2020 season came to an end, he was traded. And when he got traded, he went to the Indianapolis Colts. And then Hurts became the starter full time after starting halfway during the 2020 season. You know what I'm saying? So you go back, so you can take it back that far. But since 2016, he brought in some draft picks. You know, Mailata. You can think about Mailata. You can think about the guy, the defensive end, University of Tennessee. You can go back. I forget. Yeah, Derek Barnett. You can go back to Landon Dickerson. You can go back. You can go as far back and play that he drafted, and most of the guys he signed the 4 and 5 year deals. And some of the guys are still due contracts after this season come to an end. So Howie RoseMan did extraordinarily well between 2016 up until now. But the last two drafts, though, 2021, 2022, and 23, he had drafted players from the SEC, and now he's starting to recognize that when you draft players from championship conferences like the SEC, because everybody knows the SEC owns the most conference championships and the most national titles than any conference in all of college football. That's why you have a lot of teams wanting to challenge. I mean, a lot of conferences want to challenge the SEC because they know we got the best conference, we're the #1 conference in the league. But anyway, enough of that. Back to Howie RoseMan. Howie RoseMan, like I said, he drafted pretty good, and in this draft right here, he drafted 3 players from the University of Georgia this year. 3 players, and that's Carter, Smith, and Ringo. Those 3 guys he drafted from the University of Georgia. So, and then plus 2 University of Georgia players from last year. That's 5 Georgia players on this team. And those 5 guys he drafted along between last year and this year are part of a national championship team. So he's learning to draft from Alabama, Georgia, and it won't be long before he starts drafting players from Tennessee and players from let's see what else, Florida, you know, national championship team that have been in the national championship, or a team that has the winning pedigree. That's where he's drafting from. So you learn as you go. He's now a very experienced, and I mean experienced GM. He knows what to draft, he knows who to get, who to pick up, and we all know that he like drafting from the trenches. He like getting offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Everybody know, we all know he's not a type of guy to draft linebackers very high, because the team doesn't really care about linebackers that much. But that needs to change, because you know you need that second tier defense to complement your front four, your front three, however defensive scheme you're going to run. So, but he did bring in some undrafted free agents too, or rookie free agents, and one guy that catches my eye, and that's the Michigan linebacker. I can't think of his name off the back, but I made a video on him, so if you guys want to go check out the video, go check out that video. I made an undrafted free agent or rookie free agent video who the Eagles have recently signed. And that linebacker is the one that catches my attention. He's 6'3", 240 or 47, 250-pound linebacker. He's 6'3", so that's by far the biggest linebacker that I've ever seen the Eagles have had since the linebacker you see, the Eagles have had two, in far as I've known, the Eagles have had two tall linebackers. Hold on just a minute. We have had two tall linebackers, and done extraordinarily well with those two linebackers. One of them didn't last very long on the Eagles organization, because he had too many injuries, and he wanted playing for the Cardinals. And then we had the other boy who won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. He let him go, and he wanted playing with the Cardinals too. And so with that being said, and then the other linebacker, Kendricks. I remember Kendricks. So Kendricks, these three linebackers that I'm mentioning, two were drafted by Andy Reid, and one of these linebackers was drafted by Douglas, or brought in by Douglas, rather. Doug Peterson. I'm sorry, Doug Peterson. So if you go far back as draft picks, then you got to think about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts played University of Alabama and played for Oklahoma. So Oklahoma is also a championship team. So you got to learn where to draft, who to draft, where to draft, and who to bring in for certain positions or to compete for positions. So Howie RoseMan has done really well. I mean, the guy gets an A+++, and more pluses to follow behind that because of what he did the last three of the last 4 years with the Philadelphia Eagles. He ain't going nowhere, because I remember when he was on the hot seat with Chip Kelly, they sent him way back toward the other end of the front office, because him and Chip Kelly were beefing about who needs to be the general manager and what players to bring in. So apparently Chip Kelly didn't even care about who Howie RoseMan wanted to draft, and so him and Chip Kelly had problems, and so literally sent Howie RoseMan way back towards the other end of the front office, and let Chip Kelly bring in players and draft players, and so that led to the release of Deshaun Jackson and the trade of LaShawn McCoy, and the release also of Jeremy Mack. When Jeremy Mack had that 1,600 plus season, he should have stayed. And then he signed a 1-year deal after that. And I'm sorry, that 1-year deal he signed is the year the year after he broke his knee and had 1,600 yards rushing. Went to the Pro Bowl, All Pro. And the Eagles never re-signed him, so he wound up going to Kansas City, from Kansas City to Baltimore. And after that, his career was done. So that's the mark of a draft player. But there's some of the players you gotta think about it. Andy Reid was the vice president and coach, and he knew talent, and that's why the Kansas City Chiefs the way they are now, because Andy Reid knows talent. So Howie RoseMan is beginning to do that now. He's beginning to recognize talent and bring the talent over to the Eagles side, because this year we had the 10th pick, or the 10th pick moved up to the 9th, and then we had the 30th pick. Next year we won't have 2 first-round picks. We're going to have 1 first-round pick, and that could be in the below 20. But we got a lot of compensation picks. We traded away a compensation pick last, this past weekend on a draft pick with a 4th round pick, and I think we got a 4th round pick back for the so the Eagles might have 12 picks plus. We will have 12 picks altogether. I think we got like let's see, you got your 7th pick, and you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they got about 5 or 6 compensation picks for next year. And so how we're gonna use that, we don't know. Cause we all know in the draft, you can't give away compensation picks. You only give away compensation picks the following season, the next season, not the season that's going on now. So they traded away a 4th round pick, their own 4th round pick, and got one back, this draft pick. So a lot to be said with how Howie Roseman. So anyway, enough Howie Roseman. Yeah, the question is, yes, Howie Roseman deserves to be considered for the NFL Hall of Fame. He does. If he keep pulling moves like this here, because we got a championship, we won a Super Bowl 5 years ago. If Howie Roseman can continue to build the talent and win at least 2 more Super Bowls, he will be a Hall of Fame general manager, and so will Jeffrey Lurie. So with that being said, you guys, please, thank you for listening to me talk and rant about players, college, yada, yada, yada. This is your boy, the Almighty Green Talent, coming to another video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Enjoy your Tuesday, because down the line, I will continue to bring other videos for you guys to watch and enjoy. As you can see, I'm at work, so I want to go ahead and get this video done now, because I won't be able to do it when it starts getting busy around here. So without any further ado, enjoy your Tuesday, and I am out of here.